We're live.
You
are live. I'm reading it on the screen.
I am dead.
Well, shut up.
Okay, I gotta get some stuff up here on the screen and do some sharing real fast. There we go. And oh damn.
I don't believe you.
Good.
You're lying. Good morning,
Absolutely.
Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah, you are absolutely lying.
It's a fact. It's a fact that I'm lying.
Stop.
It's true that I'm lying.
Stop.
Right. Oh damn. That right there.
What did you do?
What are you talking about? I did nothing.
Stop messing with stuff. It's working.
I'm not doing anything but sharing. I don't know what you're talking about. You wound up over there. It's probably that shit you eating.
I don't think that's how it works.
No?
This isn't Soylent Green.
You don't know that. You know why I know
You're
you
right.
don't know that?
No, you're right. No, you're right.
Because the people eating that shit didn't know. They ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Soylent Green is people. Yo, you know there was a segment of the population in that story that probably saw that, believed it, and went, delicious.
Listen.
They went delicious.
Some good ass carbon-based life form over here, my guy.
They said win-win. Oh, we're decreasing the world. Win-win. And it's delicious. Win-win. Y'all managed to find a way to make so it doesn't hurt us. Y'all process so done. Win-win.
Can't argue with that logic.
I'm just saying. Right. But you want
be one thing if it was nasty.
If it was nasty, and it obviously was delicious, people was eating it and enjoying that shit. If you're right, if it was nasty, then people would have been like, "This is an outrage." That outrage was tempered by the delicious taste and the aroma of fresh Soylent Green, right? So, yeah, I mean, like, you know how people are, right?
I would try it if everybody else was trying it.
I mean, and it's now I'm gonna tell you, they always say if you ever saw how hot dogs were,
that's why
you wouldn't.
That's why I rarely eat hot dogs.
Right?
Well, it's not why, but like I had that in mind. I don't eat regular hot dogs. I only eat beef hot dogs, and even then, I rarely eat them.
Right. Yeah, I only eat beef hot dogs too, but I haven't eaten pork in
that's
years. Right. But no, it's the same with that though. I believe if people saw the process, it would turn them off to it. But I'm telling you, there was a segment of the population that so heard that revelation that was like,
it's delicious.
Listen, I know that to be the truth because I see the way people are with the whole climate change thing. They obviously don't have, look, whatever benefits they think they're getting from it, be it a certain form of technology,
Comfort.
fuel, or energy, comfort. Yeah. They're literally, and it sounds ridiculous. I know it does, but they're taking the chance that the really, 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 really fucked up effects that a lot of scientists are talking about will happen at a time past their lifetime. Yeah. That is some selfish bullshit to do to your kids, your grandkids, and all that other shit like that. But I'm telling you, there's man, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Listen, there is a segment of the population that absolutely feels that way, and that's why even if they accept the science behind it, they like meh. Right. And those in power that stand to make a bunch of money up, this is the reason why there was a segment of people that had that backlash about the whole space thing with Elon Musk and the other motherfucker, because they like, these are the same billionaire motherfuckers that are contributing to the decline of the planet, right? And they're making a big deal about being able to leave.
So instead of fixing it,
let's develop the technology over a course of time to be able to leave it. Yeah. Something about that sucked, but
don't get me wrong, it's smart.
Well, yeah, you got money to do it, you're gonna do it. But my thing with that is, until the masses really care, until they say, oh no. If we burn, you burn.
No, they need to see demonstrable proof.
Right. And the thing is, it's even worse than that, though, bro. You know why? Because there is demonstrable proof.
No,
they're too dumb.
No, what I mean is, they're gonna have to see it on their own. Like, they can't be shown it.
Right.
It's gonna have to actually affect them.
Right.
Before they get to that point, and then it's gonna be too late.
It's gonna be too, by the time you go outside and your hair catches on fire, it's already too late. It's already too late. This idea, man. Listen, to be clear, this planet was going to get here anyway. This planet goes in cycles. There's been 5 mass extinctions, and a lot of scientists think that we're experiencing a 6th one, but it's slow, right? But the point has always been, we sped it up because we dumped an inordinate amount of fluorocarbons and shit like that into the atmosphere, which at no other time, no other animal was able to do that sort of shit. And we are able to do it, and we don't give a fuck. So listen, right, the old place I used to live at, over there in Laurel, I remember that was the first time I ever walked in a wooded area that wasn't dirty. Mm-hmm. And it caught me off guard how clean that shit was. Mm-hmm. Humans are garbage. And garbage begets garbage all over the fucking place.
to quote Loki's, you have to understand I'm hedonistic.
Right. Yeah, they can't trust because they can't be trusted. This is hot. That's how that works. Humans don't care. Mm-hmm. And then they look when shit go extremely left. We've already started to see these extreme weather patterns. We've already started to see that shit take place over the last few years, right? But nobody cares. If you live in an area that's not known for hurricanes and tornadoes, really bad, like fucked up weather like that, you won't care that it happens with an extreme amount more to places that get that shit all the time. You're gonna go, meh.
No, this is a particularly bad season.
Right. And that's literally a conversation piece. Like something on a coffee table. The motherfuckers had 6 hurricanes. This motherfuckers had 6 hurricanes in 6 hours. And you motherfuckers are running over here talking about,
like, damn, that was bad this year.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And then you place your order. Then you place your Uber Eats on.
You stupid as fuck.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, motherfuckers don't be caring, yo. You know Humans don't be caring. They ain't gonna care until it's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Personally, I already think we there. I already think we at the point where it's a done deal. But a lot of that has to do with not just the conditions on the ground, just the collective will of the people. The collective will of the people is not there to do anything serious about it. And hold motherfuckers accountable. That's what I'm looking towards. I'm looking for that. I'm not looking for them to change none of this shit because it's too late. But holding motherfuckers accountable, I feel like if we burn, they should burn. Like this, people look at this from a thought experiment shit. This is not a thought experiment at all. Motherfuckers are going to suffer for this shit, right? And the people that had the resources, the influence, and all that shit to be able to seriously put a dent in this back when they could have and didn't for selfish money reasons, and now plotting the exit strategy. No, catch them. Don't be like that episode of Loki where motherfuckers is on the ship about to leave the planet, and you down there in the city when shit collapsed and shit. Nah, fuck that. No, if we burn, you burn.
Thanks.
Because everybody goes.
Okay, all right.
Fuck that. Right. Nah, I'm on some scorched earth shit. If they was on some scorched earth shit, we gonna be on some scorched earth shit.
I mean, literally though.
Yeah. I had a song called 1% where I said in there, so I don't want to hear about a class war until you see us ratchet up. Till you see us mad enough to ratchet up and break jaws. Until us savages start ravaging your palaces and meet you in the street and beat your ass and steal your packages. Don't tell me about no class war, because that's the other thing they talk about all the time in politics when we start talking about taxing people who are not paying it even a proportion of what the average people are paying. They go, oh, see, this is a class war. They're teaching you to hate the rich.
No, not until we start eating you.
Right. I don't want to hear nothing about no class war until we start fucking you up. Then you can since y'all want to wait till the last moment for the seas to boil, the Arctic shelf to completely fucking melt and have daisies on the plains and shit over there. Like, for new disease, for the old diseases, prehistoric diseases that was trapped in ice to come out and start fucking niggas up. Since y'all want to wait till the last minute, don't cry about no class wars until we are actually literally at your gates,
right, ripping
them shits down. We can't change nothing that's gonna happen, but we can sure as shit make you pay right now, today, in front of everybody. And I'm gonna be on fire laughing. Get this ass whipped. Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. And I get the sentiment. I just don't think that's how that's gonna go down.
You don't think fire doesn't work that way?
No, I don't think fire works that way.
Fire and pain receptors.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it is true that there's a small chance because people, when they experience extreme feelings, they do laugh sometimes in that way.
In a Joker type manner.
Yeah, like hysteria. But I even that's small. I don't think that's gonna happen that way. I think like maybe you'll be able to muster up a knowing smile.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
That's way more likely than
I'm good with that. And you know what?
Actually laughing.
And just like every myth and legend, urban legend and stuff, anyone who's left can embellish. Say, oh, he was laughing his ass off.
Oh, absolutely.
They can embellish that shit.
Absolutely. The new class. The new class will sing stories of you.
I really don't like people. I really don't like people. And I feel
listen,
they haven't done anything to ingratiate themselves to me at this point in the game. So I don't foresee that changing. Like, nigga, the level of idiocy that I've seen just this week, is pile on. It's pile on shit. It's pile on shit.
Yo,
I'm tired.
Being the observer that I am, it's so funny being in certain situations. We went to Iron Age, and just standing there was a wait. So standing outside waiting to get in and watching person after person after person after person walk up to these double doors and grab the one with the sign on it that says use other door.
No, they didn't. No.
And like tried a couple times too. Like
this is an exaggeration.
Then somebody was like forced. No. Person after person walked up and somebody that hears me say this and they aren't thinking, they're going to think, well, they didn't read the sign. That's my point.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how that helps. Exact point. I don't know how that helps the case right there.
That's my point. And Fab was like, yeah, it's crazy because it is usually the other door that's open. I'm like, yes, true. That is usually the one that they're grabbing would usually, like anywhere else you walk, would usually be that door that you pull to open. But there's a sign on it that clearly says, please use other door. And an arrow. So like, it's not like it's just words on there. No, it's words and an arrow.
It's words
to the other door.
It's words and Oliver Queen on it, and they still.
Well, yeah. They're like, oh,
they have failed this city.
I'm like, yo, this is intriguing.
So hold up, bro. Y'all do know we watching y'all, right?
I don't think so.
You don't feel a tinge of shame, of embarrassment. Just a little. I don't expect it to be so overwhelmingly embarrassed. Like you left. You was in the shower and some shit happened. You had to run out real fast, fear for your life. You was butt ass naked. And there's people in the living room. I ain't talking about that. Just a tinge of embarrassment. We are watching you out here, Keystone copping it up out here. Looking like the world's biggest clown car. When motherfuckers coming out with these big red noses and rubber long feet and shit. We are watching you. We are literally sitting there eating popcorn like that gift. Like eating popcorn.
I mean, I was drinking water, but
okay. Yeah. You out there sipping on something. You know what I'm saying? And they coming out there.
Yo, it was
what the fuck?
And I was, there was a matter of fact, there was a streak. It was a streak of like 5 groups of people. Because I wasn't counting like everybody, but at some point I was like, all right, let's see how long it takes somebody to walk up and actually open the right door first.
Right.
The longest streak that I saw was five groups of people walk up and grab the wrong door first, and then eventually realize that, oh, I should probably use the other door because that's what the sign on the door says.
And I want to give some people the benefit of the doubt. You're gonna have some people that have shit on their mind, or they're in the midst of
realistically, it's people that weren't looking at the door, right? Sure, I'll give you that. That's not,
but it's not the number of people that
right. It's not it's not that anybody did it. It's that the vast majority of people.
That's the problem. That's the issue. That's the issue. It's not that because look, you can be distracted. You be sitting there.
I've done it before.
Yeah,
just walking. Might have had my phone in my hand,
looking at something else.
Didn't open immediately. I just went to the other door. Some of these people went to open it. It didn't open, and then they tried again. Yeah, like that. That's aggressive.
Yo, is they open? I think they close. The sign. Do you see?
There's a sign right there.
Because that's the thing.
You literally turned away.
Hey, what's up, special space?
What's going on?
The thing that's crazy about that is, say you wasn't paying attention to the sign at all. You was busy doing something else, holding a conversation, whatever. The first time you pulled it and realized it didn't open, instantly you turned to look at the door.
That's supposed to set an alarm off,
right,
in your mind that something is off.
Something's amiss.
Yeah.
And then you would see, as soon as you go, like, I'm like, hey, SBJ, you been on some dumb shit. You see that? See what I just did right there?
Right.
Oh, sign. Oh, we got the other.
Right.
That's crazy.
Simple. No. Some people, they just kept trying, and then like applied strength to it. Like it's like you're not, sir. You're in decent shape, but I'm fairly certain you're still not going to be able to open that door.
Pilates is working out for you. All right, but
I mean, yeah, like no, you ain't gonna do that.
But yo, what if?
No, listen.
What if,
realistically, if I witnessed that,
what if Dwayne Johnson was walking out?
Listen, if I witnessed that, I'd be like, yo, fuck that sign. You right.
Yeah. No,
you're right.
That door was open.
Yep. You right. No matter, yo, the sign could be the size of the door. Nah, fuck that sign.
The door was open.
Sign?
Right.
Yeah. Door was open the whole time. Everybody else was wrong. You were right, my friend. You were right.
You see the Big Show come
right, like what? Like you notice immediately their eyes go with their
like, oh shit, the whole door came off. Somebody need to fix this.
You broke it, you motherfucker.
I broke it. I thought it was already like that. It was so easy to pull off this motherfucker.
You guys should put a sign up.
Right. Ass. Man. Man, oh man, the Shevitz.
Let's get into it.
I swear. All right, let's begin this. Me.
Okay.
Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ. And I am Tombstones the Dead Man. And we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, we have a plethora of stories today, some a bit sad, and a few others. But before we get into any of that, I do have a weekly report.
Mm-hmm.
I kept this off
files.
No, I kept this off of the interwebs this week because I was not sure how this was going to turn out, and we just recently had two situations potentially similar in the same category as this. So one night, I think it was Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. My daughter let JB, the big fat black cat, out of the house. That's regular shit. He usually goes out, and I usually typically wake up around 3 in the morning for no apparent reason to go to the bathroom, just on the clock. And then I walk towards where our bathroom is. He's down here in this wing of the this floor of the house. Shut up. Shut it. Shutty.
Look at that water I'm about to tell.
The back door is right there, right? So he's usually at the door yelling to come in. I let him in. That's regular shit. Well, that didn't happen. And I was still in the sleeping stupor to not even notice it when I got up to the bathroom. So the next morning when we woke up, we noticed he wasn't in here. And why we know? Because he's always in the way. He's always in the way, right? So if he's not in the way, something ain't right. He hadn't come home. So later on that day, not that much later, it was like probably around 10 or whatever. I usually take 3 walks, right? The first walk, I walked around the block with my eyes peeled to see if I saw him anywhere. And here's the thing about him. He doesn't usually go far because he's a scaredy cat. He goes outside to hang around the house, backyard, front porch. The most he might travel is across the street to this neighbor's yard, front yard, and diddle around in there and then come bring his ass back. He doesn't go far, right? So I saw him nowhere. And he's the type of cat. First of all, talking about his personality. He's loud as a motherfucker. Sometimes for zero reason. Just walking in the house. Right? And he's very, very proud to be owned. With the other cats, the collar come off, you get a new collar for them. They doing this because they don't want the collar, because they don't want the chingling, because they like to sneak up on shit. No. He will walk right up to you. That's right. I'm owned. Go ahead. Put it on there. I belong somewhere. Right? So if you're outside, he's anywhere in the vicinity, and here's your voice, you're going to hear, Rawr! He's going to come over there to where you are. Period. None of that took place. All day long. All day long. Where you at? Where you at? We want. This is usually not a good sign.
Right.
And we just had this same situation with T'Challa. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I didn't want to tell Yetta while she was at work. Right. Same way she didn't tell me about T'Challa when I was in the middle of doing the show, because she knew that was going to affect me and affect the show. I didn't want to affect her today.
Right.
So the next morning, I'm listening to some stuff on some headphones, some music I recorded a little while ago.
Yo, you record music?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I should have prefaced everybody. Yeah, by the way, guys, you know I do music. I have like 9 albums or whatever.
Oh shit! 9?
So yeah, 9. I got like 9 albums.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Something like that.
So you doing the Milky Way type thing? Well, kinda,
a little bit.
Because Pluto kind of. Anyway,
yeah, it's kind of. You know, Pluto not really a planet, but all right,
right.
But so I'm listening to it and I hear something on it, and I'm like, this motherfucker was making noise. No, listen, on it.
No,
and I'm like, the fuck. This little nigga was probably making noise when I was, because that happens. You know, they around here doing some shit, and I'm trying to record, and the motherfuckers make noise, and it comes up on the shit. And I'm like, damn it. But then when I played it back, I ain't hear it again.
I told you. That's why I said it's not
I didn't hear it again. I said, what the fuck? So I took my headphones off and listened again. Off in the distance. I get up, go to the back door. It's his fat black ass.
Hey.
Like, where the hell have you been? Now, when he comes, yeah. Oh, listen. When he comes in here, he's got one of his whiskers barely hanging on his face. Now, we have designated that period of time, the disappearance of JB, as JB's great adventure.
Thanks.
Right? We don't know what happened to him.
No, you have no idea what he went through.
But to come back with a whisker dangling shit like that, right? Like,
came into some Danny Glover shit. I'm too old for this shit.
Yo, and this is the thing, right? I can only imagine, because it's shit around here, folks. Let me tell y'all something. I learned a lot of shit moving here. For instance, I saw something in my neighbor's backyard earlier this year 3 times. The same thing. Well, see, that's the whole thing about it. It could have been Mephisto because it was ugly and it was too big to be a fox. And then the one time I remember seeing it, me and T'Challa was sitting in the backyard. T'Challa's on one lawn chair. I'm on the other lawn chair. This thing comes walking in the neighbor's yard, stops, looks at us with the whole cane for a minute, then decides to go off to the woods.
Trying to figure out if y'all was food or not.
Possibly. So I said, that's too big to be a fox, and he's scroungy as a bitch. What else could that be? And then I would hear noise back there in that wooded part that sound like a kind of barking almost. Some shit, and it was weird. was weird, really weird. So I said, nah, it can't be no coyote. We don't have coyotes in Maryland. And then I looked it up. Turns out we do.
Yeah, in a couple spots.
Yeah. Now, this is not like my old, back in Asgard and Laurel, where I lived, where it was like, it's not like back then where there was Oxbow Lake Nature Preserve, where you had to walk outside of your house, go across the street, over to another block, then across another street, and there's Oxbow Lake. No. We have Oxbow Nature Preserve right beyond the gates of our backyard. So we're closer to where all the nature shit happens. You feel me?
Right.
So for all I know, that whatever that was, and I'm calling it a coyote right now.
It was a goddamn coyote.
But all I know is he saw that butterball ass cat and was like meal, because he looked a bit famished. The 3 times I seen him, he looked kind of famished.
Well, that would imply that JB won.
No. That would imply that JB managed to get into a position where he couldn't be got and was scared to come out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, his ass was
funny.
He was scared to come out, didn't know when it was safe to come out, and he stayed there. And maybe that thing, I told you, it looked hungry as a motherfucker, was a little persistent. And finally, when he realized, man, I'm wasting my time to go find a squirrel or some shit, and went off about his business. And then JB was like, and got in the wind, right? Brought his ass here. And he's been different since then.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He never goes up under the bed. He enjoys taking up the space of a small human on my goddamn bed.
Well, okay.
He enjoys annoying me, knowing that it annoys me when I walk in the room, and he's on my side where my motherfucking pillows is at. So furry ass over there. Right?
You love it.
It's ass.
That doesn't.
And I hate for my side to be warm. I hate for my side to be warm.
That I'll give you. That I believe.
No. Fuck out of here with that. So he's been under the bed. Like he's been traumatized by something happened out there. Something.
If you got into a scuffle with a coyote, you'd be traumatized too.
Listen, it's the equivalent of, he had the look in his eye that Arnold Schwarzenegger had in his eye at the end of the first Predator movie. When he was standing there and shit was decimated and he was just put his hand against the tree and the music, that's the look he had in his eye. Special Space says, we got a shit ton of coyotes here. My buddy had one in his backyard right down in the heart of the city. They everywhere. They often follow the dogs and I at night. They're sneaky. They run alongside us just inside the tree line waiting for something to come close. Listen, he went through something. He went through an event, but it did not stop him from going back outside the next night. His monkey ass still went back outside after that, right? But he still ain't been the same, you know. And one other thing about the nature around here. So, me personally, when I first moved around here, I saw shit with these squirrels that I never saw this before. We first came around, there was like 25 of them motherfuckers in the middle of the street. And I was like, I have never seen that amount of squirrels. Moreover, that amount in a pack.
Right.
You may go out on the field and see some sprinkled across the field, you know, in the tree somewhere, maybe one chasing another, something like that. But 25 of these motherfuckers just in the middle of the street, I was like, they got gangs around here. And those same gangs was fucking with our trash. That's something else I didn't know that they did. Till I caught one coming up out our trash can, ripping our shit up. The other day, I went outside to get some packages. When I came back around the back,
which is a daily occurrence.
We stopped seeing them as much because our cats. Oh, shut up. I went to bring the packages around back, right? And from out of that fig tree in the backyard, I saw for the first time ever a black squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen a black squirrel, and Yetta tells me that when they're babies, they're typically black until they get older and the fur color changes or what pigmentation of the fur changes, whatever. This wasn't no damn baby. This is a grown-ass black cat. Excuse me, black squirrel.
I'm about to say
the size of our black cat. She was big as shit. But no, this I've never seen a black squirrel before. And I was like, he's by himself. It's not like he's with any other squirrels.
He's the black sheep.
I wonder if he's ostracized. I wonder if he's marginalized amongst the squirrel community. I wonder if they see him as different, because he does look different. He's black squirrel with shit.
Fair.
But I've never seen that before. All black? Creep me out. Gotta say, it creeped me out. Not used to seeing it. Maybe it's a mutation. I don't know.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean,
it creeped me out. And he was a big motherfucker too. He was a big motherfucker. Like he had eaten a lot of people's trash.
Did he come shake your hand?
No, he did not. But I did try to put him on to the Black Culture Geek show every Saturday at 11 a.m.
Listen.
He might be listening now.
Oh, okay.
But he got them little claw type thingies, so he probably can't comment and shit.
No, he had to.
If you're listening.
No, he had to tell somebody that knows something about it.
My man Squirrel Mustafa out there in these streets.
Hey.
Yeah, but
good news, my guy.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that was my week. Yeah.
The dead man when nature calls? Like, what is?
Yes, that's it. This is all about nature this week.
Okay. I mean, sure.
Oh, and by the way, update, just one quick update.
Yeah.
He's under the bed now. He's shook.
He's building a new home.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Okay. I promise you he's building a new home. That's all it is.
You better grow a new whisker. That's what you need to do.
Okay.
He need to grow that whisker back.
He's developing a new habitat for himself. That's all it is.
Somebody slapped the whisker out of his face. What?
I mean, listen, you go fight the coyote and see how that turns out.
Listen, I got all the smoke for coyotes.
No, the fuck you don't.
Yes.
No, not you. Nah, nigga. No, you don't. At all. Smoke. You might have something that produces smoke for the coyotes.
Listen. They don't want they don't want none of that.
That's different. I'm talking about you.
None of that.
You.
You and
your phalanges.
I got melee weapons.
No, I'm talking about
that will lay them low.
I'm talking about you and your phalanges.
Why wouldn't I have a melee weapon?
B, I'm just talking about you. I'm just talking about you, au natural.
I'm going to hit you the same way Thor hit them. Who cut the head off that guy? And somebody said Stormbreaker. Well, who was swinging Stormbreaker?
Matters none. Matters none because they can lift Stormbreaker if they're strong. If they're strong enough. If they're strong enough. Yes, I had to add that caveat. If they're strong enough, they can lift Stormbreaker.
These motherfuckers don't have thumbs. They catching hell. They catch. I got at least 4.
Don't drop it.
Stormbreaker level weapons.
All right, don't drop it. I'm telling you. You gonna think you knew all the things a coyote can do?
Nigga.
You gonna learn that day.
Nigga. All that coyote gonna turn around and see is me, a raccoon, in a tree. Stand in the middle of a light circle.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think
bring me Wiley Coyote.
I don't think that is how that works at all. At all.
Yeah, the raccoons don't fuck with me. That's a fact.
Yeah, that clearly.
They don't fuck with me like that.
Yeah. If we were a movie forward, I would have made the joke like that's your end game, but it was it doesn't really work as well because it was a movie back. So that's your Infinity War. That doesn't work. I can't. That doesn't. Anyway, so my week. My week was going pretty fine. It was regular. It was relatively innocuous.
No.
Nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary. I was waking up, going to work, coming home.
That's it, special
doing some work in here.
I can take a single one of them motherfuckers. Groups, nah, I'm not dumb.
Listen, but I hear you, and I'm aware of how the coyote works. Yeah, I don't think that's that part. I'm not saying
gotta have teeth to bite
couldn't. Me. I'm not saying you couldn't listen to me clearly. The one thing I don't want you to do, if you ever encounter a coyote, is to swing toward his mouth. That is the one thing I don't. I hear what you're saying. I know all the stories and legends of Morpheus. What I'm saying to you is, I implore you, don't swing towards his mouth. Please don't swing towards his mouth.
I'm flinging a bat towards the jaw like
that. That can work. That can work.
Eyes,
I'm talking about your phalanges. Please don't swing toward his mouth. That's I beg of you. Anything else you feel big and bad enough to do it. Don't swing your fist toward his mouth. Yeah. Actually,
they need to stay out of my block. Nah, I'm not doing the feet thing. Because if they take the feet from under you, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Like, over.
It's over.
You be like, Tombstone who? Well, yeah.
Tombstone listen, Tombstone got soup bones. Look.
Yeah, again, this is not what you want. They're gonna eat that for lunch. Is the point that I'm making. Thank you for helping me make it.
They like soup.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna take that for lunch. Thank you for helping me make my point. Anyway, the week was going decently. I was just doing the normal shit. Work, home, working, and playing a little bit of the game and doing those things.
Right.
And then shit just started happening. Like, I think Wednesday. No, I'm tripping. That was only one day where things were going well. The shit started on Tuesday. But anyway, a couple things happened. So one of the places when the job dude was having an issue with something that he uses, he forgot his password.
Mm-hmm.
How he forgot his password is beyond me, because he literally just used it
right
the day before. But anyway, he forgot his password. He goes to reset it, but apparently he can't follow instructions. He reads out loud what it says on the screen. He reads it out loud. He says,
"Right,
you're sending an email to me." Then he looks at me in all sincerity and asks me, "Are they sending it to my email?"
Well, are you?
I'm like, bro, you've literally just read that out loud off the screen that they were sending you an email. What? Where is the confusion? I don't. All right, fine.
He is the confusion.
Well, clearly.
Yeah.
I had an issue with the parking garage. I went to park, and my little the new system is stupid. My little card shit didn't work. It wasn't trying to open the damn gate to let me in. So I was like, fuck this, and I got a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So I parked. When I went to leave, it wouldn't let me out. So there's a little button that you can hit for help. I hit the button. This chick. If somebody knew that she handled this the way that she handled it, she'd probably be fired.
Oh my!
She said, "Did you put the car in the right place?" Now listen. Some of these things have to do with customer service. This is one of them. Lady. Let's just imagine for a second that somehow I thought that I did not put it in the right place.
Right.
You asking me if I put it in the right place would not be helpful. Now let's come back to reality. Back to
life. Back to reality.
Gotcha. Clearly, I believe I put it in the right place because otherwise I wouldn't have put it there.
Right. Facts. All facts.
And in the reality, you asking me if I put it in the right place is not helping. Her next question. Did you use it this morning to get in? Now, I lied. But her response to that was, okay, did you pay your bill this month? Yes. Yeah. What?
Did you?
I mean, I don't pay the bill.
Oh yeah. So of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So the bill's paid.
Of course the bill's paid.
Yeah. I don't pay the bill. The bill is
what
paid.
Is she going on
the
about?
Company pays the bill. No. When I said yes, she said okay and opened it. Now, mind you, I don't know if that was her way of rationalizing that she did her job by asking me those 3 questions. Because effectively, when I hit the button and I said I can't get out, the same thing would have been achieved if she'd have just hit the button at that moment and let me out.
Right.
Literally nothing changed from asking the questions that she asked. Like, no, there was no benefit in any way, shape, or form. I'm fairly certain that's not how that procedure is supposed to go. Just take their word for everything. And if it is, then why are you asking them questions?
Right. Exactly.
Like, that's just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, so I was super busy. Like I've explained on here how my job is basically insurance. There's a bunch of times where like I don't have a whole bunch that needs to be done.
Right.
I have my routine that I do, but outside of that, that's usually what it is. But every now and then, when you're busy.
Oh yeah.
This past Thursday was one of those days. I had a computer that I had to install. I had a monitor separate from that I had to install. I had what else? Oh, somebody else's computer was fucking up, wouldn't come on. And then there was one more thing that I can't remember right now. But all 4 of these things are things that are potentially time consuming.
Yeah, right.
And I'm supposed to do all that in the normal time that I don't know. That's not how that. I mean, I kind of got everything done, but what happened is with one of the things, I didn't check something that I could have checked more. So it wasn't complete. All right, so that led to Friday morning when the complete and utter assness occurred.
Was it complete? Was it really?
Yes. Thursday, as soon as I was about to get off, I get a text from my supervisor, who's not my supervisor, and she's like, "Hey, the computer you placed, it can't get to remote desktop. Can you check that out in the morning before you come down to the downtown office?"
Right.
And like I said, because I know what happened, I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." Yeah, I realized I'm 90% sure what the issue is, and it's a relatively quick fix.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll go take care of that. So Friday morning comes, get up, get ready to go straight to that location. I get there. First of all the first, the dude that's there, not really, the dude that's there, he's like, "Oh, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out my face. I'm here because you called with an issue." This is why I have a problem with that. When something's wrong with the computer, You're supposed to let us know. That's not the issue.
Yeah, that's part of the job, man.
Yeah, that's not the issue.
Are you sure?
My issue is he called. This was an extra computer. They had been fine working with one computer, and I gave them an additional computer. So this was not something that was urgent because they had already been fine with the one computer. So it was not something that was urgent. And then for you to act like you have no idea when I'm here, when you're the person that called downtown to complain about it, shut the fuck up and get out of my face. That's what bothered me about it. Like, that's why are we? No, I know who you are.
I know who you are.
Backstory in this person. I have had a mild dislike for this human being since I was probably 17.
Damn.
And that's because when I was 17,
know how to hold a grudge.
Well, it's not. It's not like I don't. I'll speak to him. I'm cordial. It's not nothing like that. It's just that I know his character. When I was 17, I was intern on the grounds crew. We were cutting grass one day, and I cut.
You was cutting grass, my nigga?
I cut the nigga. You literally just cut grass. Anyway, so I cut a line to an AC. Like I cut it. When I cut it, one of the AC dudes happened to be in the area. We flagged him down. Yo, I was cutting grass and I cut the line. His exact words: "Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Thanks for letting us know." Cool. Mind you, that person was the son of the big supervisor on the west side.
Wait. Question. Why'd you cut the line?
Shut up.
No. I'm asking because
it was a mistake.
Where was the line that it was out there on the lawn for y'all to have to?
That's how it works. The condenser unit is in the backyard.
So you were cutting close. You was trimming close around the condenser unit.
Yeah, because the hedge trimmer.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking lawnmower. My bad.
No.
That's why I asked. Like,
hedge trimmer. I was trying to level it out, and like I turned a little bit too far, and it just clipped it. Like it didn't sever it. It made a cut in it. Right. And I'm like, shit. All right. So, mind you, this person was the son of the big supervisor on the west side.
Right.
He's like, yo, don't worry about that. Thanks for
everything's fine.
We good.
Small thing to a giant like
here's the thing. The guy that I was talking about before was the lead guy for ACs. So the guy that we told absolutely had to tell him.
Right.
Had to. That's his, that's his supervisor.
Yeah.
Don't you know you tried to get me fired?
Oh no, we the Ren and Stimpy out there.
Well, I mean, I didn't get fired.
So that would have changed nothing with me.
No, I had to.
The intention. Well, I get he's a big, but how old was you? You 17?
I'm 17.
Nigga, me at 17. But I've often said that I know for a fact you were a lot more mature than me at 17 than I was at 17.
It didn't,
nigga.
It didn't behoove me.
Oh no, it did absolutely. It's definitely not the right thing to do. I'm telling you, at 17, jobs were easy to get.
They worked for me. Remember, literally, to this day, I've only worked for one company.
Yo, I feel you. Remember, around 17, 18, like for me, Ronald Reagan and shit like that was a thing that was going on. So it was, nigga, I was ass. And
okay.
Get me fired.
Okay, wait. Let's not say was. Like
shut up. Shutty.
Oh, my bad. But anyway, so from that point forward, I just know what type of guy you are. Like,
yeah,
that's it. I'm not mad at you, but I see what it is. See what it is.
You see it?
Yeah,
you see it,
and I handle you accordingly. So anyway, after he gets the fuck out of there because he leaves for some reason,
right?
I'm like, good, so I can do my work and not have to worry about dealing with his bitch ass. I get everything done. I got to get up to make one last check, and because somebody distracted me, I was on my phone. Somebody distracted me. I put my phone on my lap, and I went to stand up, and it fell on the floor.
That's what happened.
This is not a big deal. I've had this phone for like 3 years. I've dropped this phone probably 70 times in that 3-year span. Nary a dent. However, the thing about phones, I don't know about iPhones anymore because I think they've improved that issue. They used to break if you coughed on them. But Android phones were always more sturdy.
Yeah,
but I think Apple phones have fixed that issue.
I think Apple phones have their glass done from the same place Android does now.
Right. I think.
However, I still don't believe them because my son still has an iPhone and his shit stay cracked. It's like he gets it, then it's cracked. Like that comes with it. Like it'll literally be new, and then the next time I see him with it, it's the crack in that bitch.
You said the crack screen is a feature. So
Same.
Like I said, 75 times I've dropped this phone. But the issue is two things. One, usually with the stronger screens, what cracks them is it falling at an angle.
Right.
If it falls flat, you're good. 9 times out of 10.
Right.
Even if you don't have a case on, with the stronger screens, if it falls flat, you're generally good. Right. Because the weight distribution is relatively even and the impact goes across the whole surface area, and the phones tend to, especially the bigger phones, more surface area, less impact on the glass. The technical shit that nobody actually cares about. But the second factor was that this was a concrete floor. So, when I dropped the phone, because of my prior experience, I didn't even think twice. I picked it up, wipe, the little wipe thing you do, you wipe on your leg, put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
I just did that. I get downtown. No, when I get in my car, this is when I had to change, and I'm gonna explain that. But when I get in my car, take the phone out of my pocket, put it in the phone holder, plug the charger up, go. So I went and found some music on. I'm listening to music, and I went to do something, and I felt like something on the screen, almost like it was dirt or something. So like I went to scratch it off, and I'm scratching, and it's not going nowhere. I'm like, the fuck? And I look a little bit closer. I'm like, oh, that's not dirt. That is not dirt.
That's a crack.
That is a spider web. So broke my phone. Well, here's the thing. I can't not have a phone, a working phone. It's not how that works.
So wait a minute. Was it broke to the point where it couldn't be?
Here's the thing. It was broke to the point where I didn't want to use it. I was going to cut myself.
Yeah. And
that is the issue.
You was looking like you had an iPhone, so you was like, "Fuck it."
Well, I mean, listen. That part, honestly, as far as the statics, it wasn't that bad yet.
Okay.
But I say yet because if you've ever had a cracked screen, you know that shit spreads. Yeah. That's
currently what's happening to mine. So, like I said, when you told me about it earlier, it's very coincidental. It happened but the difference between me and you, I don't know how this happened.
Right. Like, if you you had to look to see that it was cracked. Right. Outside of the corner where it hit, that that has the impact point. You could see that clearly.
Right.
But as far as the rest of the cracks, you would have to actually look to see it. So it wasn't that part, but it was that every time I used, it was like basically the whole bottom half of the screen.
Yeah.
It was like basically anytime I used the bottom half of the screen, I'm scratching, and I'm like, God, no, I absolutely need to get a new phone today.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's been a long time. Number one, it's been a long time since I got a new phone. That's not used to be me. I used to get a new phone every year. But
maybe the reason you didn't get a new phone is because you literally had no reason to. Like before.
No, I didn't have a reason to then.
Yeah, but the new technology is the draw. But I think with you having other things that's new, fresh, new technology, that is not necessarily the big priority for you. Your shit work, you just.
Well, I mean, I have a camera.
Thinking about.
I have a new computer.
Right.
I don't. Right. I mean, even back then when I got the phone, the previous phone, I had my camera. I had a computer.
Well,
back when I was doing that for real every year, I didn't really have that. So seeing the new video and picture capabilities of the phone,
I think that's
was amazing.
Too. I think that's what me too. Until I
got don't
real
get me wrong,
cameras.
This bitch got 5 cameras.
Oh, I know.
So I'm a figure this out.
But the problem is 5 cameras. I definitely want that on my phone. Absolutely. However,
and the recordings
if none of those features still doesn't look quite up to what your camera should, it doesn't pull you as much.
Here's my thing with this. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. With the 8K on here, I feel like it'll be good complimentary footage at least.
That's regardless of anything else. I agree. That's how I felt with the 4K with this. I have shot unreleased music videos that used portions of the 4K I got off of the phone from the vacation that I put in there. Yeah. And because it's a very quick shot, you cannot.
It works.
Tell the difference between that and
like one thing I always talk about the difference between a camera and a phone camera. But one thing I will never do is downplay the technology.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Realistically, it's just that whatever.
And they have much better than what they're giving us, but they're stringing us along to get them here. No, this is new. Thank you. They got further along than what they're giving us.
They had me at Ultra.
Yeah,
I'm like, Ultra. Actually, they had me at 5G. I had a really clever COVID joke that I was going to tell, but I kind of screwed the pooch. Anyway, so like, I got a new phone. So I say it's been a long time since I got a new phone. It's been an even longer time since I had to file an insurance claim. I didn't even know I still had insurance on this phone.
Right.
So I looked it up, found that I did. I'm like, all right, cool. So on the insurance joint, it tells you can either get a replacement. This is what they do. So you either get a refurbished version of the same model, and if they don't have that, they will give you what they deem is comparable, or you can use your upgrade. You can do either of the two. So I was like, all right, this phone is 3 years old. I know what they used to do. They used to show you the phones that they would give you as a replacement.
Yes.
But this one didn't. So I'm like, this phone's 3 years old. I have no idea what they're going to try to give me. They're probably going to try to give me like a Samsung a new one, but it's not
still old tech.
It's not the tier. Yeah, it's not the tier. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the upgrade joint. So did that. Called my mother because it's my mother's account technically.
Right.
So I called my mother to let her know what was going on, and went through them. They like, all right, you can do this. You can just go to the T-Mobile store and tell them that you're doing an insurance claim with an upgrade, and they'll take care of it for you.
Right.
Send me an email and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. This is where the bullshit starts. Notice I said I broke my fucking phone.
You did.
And I said, this is where the bullshit starts.
Like, this part is the outrage.
Right. So I get to the store. There are people in the store. It's a little bit light busy. Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
I'm not in a rush in particular. I just want to, I just want my shit to get taken care of. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So I get in there and it's finally my turn. No, it's not my turn yet, but the dude, he's like, what are you in here for today? And I told him I got an insurance claim and an upgrade. He said, all right. So he finishes helping the person he was helping. And then he gets to me. He says, okay, what did you need again? He said, got an insurance claim and an upgrade. Oh, we don't do that. Wow. What do you mean you don't do that? Well, no, we don't do that.
I mean,
I said, sir, I have the
get your happy ass out of here. We don't do that.
Right. I'm like, yo, I have an email. It's like, oh, you can show me the email, but we don't do that.
He said, you can show me the email.
You can show me the email, but we don't
do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. But he wasn't ready to help me yet still. So, because he was on hold helping someone else. So I'm like, all right. I'm attempting to keep my cool. I don't want to curse this man out. Mainly because I'm not sure where the next closest T-Mobile is.
Right.
It was simply an order of convenience because I knew once I cursed him out, he wasn't going to help me.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
I wouldn't have helped him.
The police will help you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't have helped me after what I was about to do to him. But he got off the phone. He was like, all right. What he was like, what kind of phone you got? I said, I got a Note 9. He said, right. Yeah, see, we don't even sell that no more. I said, bruh, that's what I got a little.
Yeah, I got a little testy with that.
I'm like, yo,
not gonna hold
I am not asking you to buy a new Note 9. What I am telling you is I have an insurance claim with an upgrade.
You know, all that monkey had to do was let you finish saying what you were saying.
Bruh.
That's all he had to do.
Can you show me the email? Here. After reading the email, yeah, we don't do this. I'm gonna have to call my supervisor. All right, fine. Call your supervisor. So he gets on the phone with the supervisor to be thusly informed that indeed we do that.
They shooting. Look, made you look. Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, all right.
Hold on. So wait a minute. Whoa. So now I must ask. After he was shown that they do indeed.
No, he did not apologize. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about me. Bro, I don't know you. I understand how humans work. I also understand this is business. You understand that I'm, for all intents and purposes, locked inside of a contract with T-Mobile.
Right.
You also understand that I know you don't represent T-Mobile. You are a representative.
He is a representative.
But
therefore, at some level, he does represent.
But what I mean is, like, somebody else could be right.
This is a job for you.
Right. I don't need your apology because I knew you weren't going to give it to me anyway. It would have been appropriate. No,
that apology.
No. We're not doing that. It was definitely warranted, but not necessary. Not necessary. I don't need the apology. What I need,
you just need your phone.
Is you to do what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. I've said on this show often, all I expect out of companies and the people that are their representatives is for them to do their job. I don't need any of the other shit. I don't need you to be friendly.
No.
I don't need you to be cordial. What I need you to do.
Know what else I don't need? I don't need you to be an ass wipe.
No, absolutely not. But here's the thing. You can damn near cuss me out. As long as I get exactly what I paid for.
No, I'm not taking
I'm probably good. Because
now I got to get what I paid for plus something else because the way you treated me. Listen,
you got
customer service, the way you're treated when you go in there, that shit does matter. And
I know what it's supposed to be.
That shit matters.
But I also know that we're talking about human beings.
They suck.
Yeah, yo. So,
but I'm grading
this on the curve. I'm grading on the curve, yo. I got to. I absolutely have to. It wouldn't be right.
That.
Like,
I get it.
Logistically, to me, it doesn't make sense to not grade this on the curve. You got to grade on the curve. So anyway, so you're like, oh, okay. Now I see what you're talking about.
Now.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine.
Now, you see now.
All right. What phone you plan on getting? What phone you plan on getting? I'm not sure yet. I hadn't gotten that far. This all just happened today. It literally just happened. I wasn't even contemplating. Matter of fact, I was thinking about getting a new phone. Not today. I was thinking about getting a new phone. It's a phone coming out, probably in like October. That's what I was planning on doing. And here's the thing: poor text. I purposely make sure to go out of my way if I can to avoid the poor text.
Right.
Because yes, I could have just gone with the replacement option and got whatever, but then I would have either wanted or needed to buy another phone relatively soon.
Yes.
No, I'm not doing this poor tech shit if I can help it anytime, ever. So I'm like, no, I'm going to get a phone that I want and has the technology that is relatively current. Relatively is a little bit of an understatement. I'm sure this phone came out this year, but so I'm like, yeah, let me get that S21 Ultra. That S21
Ultra.
Yeah. And you're like, all right, cool. So I'm like, how much is it? He goes and gets it, tells me how much it is. I'm like, all right, cool. We can do that. He was like, all right, well, this phone don't come with a box. It just come with the cord. I'm like, yeah, I heard. That's cool. I got my box at home. Like, I don't really need a new box. It's still Samsung, so I'm good on that. But I am getting a case from here because I don't usually get the official case.
Why doesn't that box come with why doesn't that phone come with a box?
Because people don't throw away their chargers, and they know people don't throw away their chargers. It's one of those environment things that they're trying to they try to do every now and then. So
you know what you could have did before you left? Slid him a note. When he opened up Reddit and said, "Run me my fade." That shit
stupid. So listen, so he like, yeah, you want to buy chargers? Only $20. And then he was like, oh, I say only $20. Like, so I was like, yeah, no. What about these cases though? Like, I'm getting a case because number one, it's official. Number two, I need a case, and I don't because of what just happened. I just literally broke my phone. Now, it did have a case on it, but I didn't want to like. There are times, usually when I get a phone shipped to me, every time, because again, I'm not in store, so I'll go ahead and order a case.
Right.
One or two times when I bought a phone in person, I ordered a case, so I was walking around with that bitch naked for a hot 2 days, scared of shit.
I don't like that.
I don't need that stress. No. I don't need that stress. I'm in store. Y'all got cases.
Right.
We got to make this happen.
Right.
So he was like, I really wanted a note, but the new note is not out yet. And I think they skipped a year. Well, some shit happened. I can't remember exactly how it went. So, but what happened is the S21 Ultra is compatible with the S Pen.
Oh, okay.
It just doesn't come with it.
Do you be using that S Pen though?
I do.
I don't.
So
they might as well not even put that shit in.
Stupid. And it's about the same size. The phone is about the same size as the Note 8, if not bigger.
But it's about them cameras though.
Well, I mean,
5
so
cameras.
He was like, this case comes with an S Pen and it has a holder for the S Pen. I'm like, oh, word? Yeah, let me get that one. So I got that case. So he's doing transferring my files and shit. And he like, oh, you got a lot of emails. Yeah. How many email accounts you got? Like 8? Why? Oh, you use your phone. Yes. What the fuck?
Yo, what? See, all right, now, okay. Previously, you were very patient. But at that point, that's when you slide him the card.
Well, here's the thing. There's nothing I can do about this. I had to be there. It was doing the transfer joint. I couldn't leave the store with my old phone.
No, and I wouldn't suggest it.
Trust me, I would have. No, I absolutely would have if I could have. I just brought it back or mailed it to y'all or something. or took it to a different store. Like I didn't want to see him again. Yeah. So I needed to get everything I needed done.
I would have wanted to see him at least one more time.
You stupid. So everything's transferring. And when it finally finishes, I said, yo, the transfer is done. And I already started resetting the old phone. Like, yeah, I'm getting my shit off of here immediately.
Right.
You're like, all right, cool, you're good to go. I said, all right, cool. Grab a new phone, dip. On the way to where I'm going, I do the same thing that I did when I left the place where I broke my phone. I pull my phone out, go to put it in the holder, can't fit in the holder. Case is too big. Shit. I have another holder, put it in that holder. Go to start listening to my music. Now I hadn't on any of the setup for real. It's just my settings and files have been transferred from the old phone. So a good portion of the shit should be set up, but all of it is not. Clearly,
never.
I know that.
Never.
I know that.
Yeah, never.
I go to my YouTube music, and it's loading, and it has the sign-in joint, but none of the names have populated. It's loading.
Oh my!
There's a thing that says add new account, so I click on that. Nothing happens. I'm like, okay, this is odd. All right, cool. I'm gonna restart it because I didn't restart it after it finished
transferring.
Right. So let's see if that helps. Driving to where I'm going. It restarts. I try it again. Still not working. All right, this is weird. All right, I get to where I'm going. I go to open Chrome. Open Chrome, it says this phone is not compatible with your data plan. That's what it said.
You know what? More and more, that feed's looking really good right now.
Listen, here's the thing. I was at least a half an hour from his store at this point. I wasn't going back in there. Because if I did go back there, then I couldn't guarantee the level of maturity and professionalism that I displayed to that point in time. This is just realistically. Because now I feel like my time's been wasted. And everybody that knows me knows how I feel about my time being wasted. Like, that's just not. So anyway.
In Islam, there is a saying. It is offensive to the soul to waste one's time.
Facts. All facts. So I'm like, all right, what are my moves? I could either go back to the store, which is 30 minutes away, or I can go to my mother's house, which is like 10 minutes away. I don't want to punch her in her face.
You won't win anyway.
And no, there's no way. There's no way. And I can likely get this problem resolved.
Right.
Using the phone, like calling T-Mobile.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. That's the best of bet. I didn't even call her because I didn't know at that time. I didn't know if my phone would work. Like, so I went there. I told her. I explained to her. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, what? I don't know. So, and then I thought about it. I was like, wait, this motherfucker didn't activate my phone.
That's what happened.
I'm like, yo, that seemed like, as I'm going over everything, this is increasingly
obvious
that he did not activate my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could be wrong because that's not what the joint says. It says that your data plan is not compatible. And here's the reason why. This is the benefit of the doubt that I gave the situation, not him. That I gave the situation. It's a 5G phone. I know in the past that certain carriers have had different data plans for an an upping in G's, if you will.
Right.
So that's why I gave the situation the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I legitimately did need to get a different plan, but like I said, I didn't say give him the benefit of the doubt because that's something he should have fucking told me if that was the case.
He knew.
So
but then you got to think about it. He just knew they didn't do that there.
You stupid, right? So I go to call my mother because I told her, I'm like, oh, I didn't even call you because I knew we were gonna be in the house because I had just talked to you earlier. I didn't even call you because I didn't know if my phone would work. She's like, well, call me now. Makes sense. Called her. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to T-Mobile. All right, bet. So I followed through with that because that's a direct line to them. Followed through with that. Finally get to somebody. Because nowadays, even more than ever, I guess probably because of the pandemic, these companies and their customer service, they try their best not to let you talk to a person.
Yeah.
Their absolute best.
Yeah, they don't
so I finally get to a person. He said, what's the issue? I say this verbatim. I just recently got a new phone. I'm not sure if I need a different plan or the phone was not activated. I just got the phone within the last hour, but my data and my voice are not working. That's what I said to him. So he takes me through all these loops and hoops and all this other bullshit. And
have a nice trip.
He's like, hey, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I've done all these things and we can't get your phone to work. So I'm going to have to send you. Listen to me clearly. Listen to me. Listen to what he says. I'm going to have to send you to our tech support. What the fuck are you?
And then he answers, oh, no, I work the concession stand at the front.
No. He's a T-Mobile expert.
Yeah, concession stand. He's the guy that sells the T-shirts with the insignia.
So he sends me to the next person. I finally get to the next person, and I say the same exact thing to her. And she actually hears me and understands what the hell I'm saying. She's like, oh, okay, well, it sounds like potentially your phone isn't activated because if everything he did didn't work, that tends to be the case.
He ain't do what he was supposed to do.
Right. Well, neither of the two previous persons did what they were supposed to do.
Right.
So she walked me through getting a couple numbers, and she went ahead and took care of that for me, and everything was roses and lilies after that.
See, no, my attitude still would have been on 10.
No, fuck them. No, fuck them guys, because I was made whole. I had what I paid for was working the way that it was supposed. You
know what you didn't get though back
the satisfaction
that time.
Well, realistically,
he only wasted that time. Man.
He only wasted like 5 minutes of my time, really.
And that 5 minutes, you could have been trying out them 5 cameras.
You stupid.
A minute of camera.
Like realistically, it would have only been a waste of time had I gone back to him to get it done, because it would have been the time that it took, for me to get back to him. But realistically, he only wasted like the 5 minutes of my time that he argued me down that they don't do that.
Well, what about the fact that you had to call them people and sit through that shit, and then you had to call your moms and all that? I count all.
I didn't call her. When do I not want to go see my moms?
No, that's true. But
did you plan
on going?
No, not at all. But special surprise pop-ups are sometimes better than planned ones.
I suppose, but I still.
Listen.
That's still bad.
I am not the gloomy gray cloud that you are.
Listen,
I know people like to put it in that same category.
My cloud is not gray, it's red.
Okay.
Red and
those
black.
Are people those are people who don't actually know who I am.
That's true.
That's not I'm not that person. So like my time that was wasted by him specifically was that 5 minutes that he spent swearing me down that they don't do the shit that I have an email from your company
So you
telling me to do.
To me, that doubles the time. Just that.
All right, I'll give him 10. I'll give him 10.
Just that right there.
That's fine. I'll say 10 minutes. That's fine. But
I'll read your email, but we don't do that, nigga.
Right?
How you
like, yo? What? How? Why do you assume that this is the case? Like, he's a person. He's a person.
Yeah.
There was information from an authority that he knew already.
Yeah.
That even if he read it, it wouldn't be true.
Right.
He's a person.
Right.
He's a human being. That's all.
Well, it's time for him to stop being a human being and start being a human doing. Okay. What the fuck you asked him to? Like the fuck?
Okay.
I'm so sick of these.
That was clever.
I'll
give you points for that.
So sick of these damn apes.
Nah,
everywhere.
Listen, it is what it is.
It up.
But on the bright side, this phone is absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, I haven't had a new phone in like 3 years. So what I will say is I absolutely hate. Remember how we were talking about new computers?
Yeah.
And you were like, you hate the process.
I hate the process of setting up all my shit into another house. It's like moving
and
to
I was
another
like,
house.
And I was like, nah, I love that shit.
Yeah, you're weird. Yeah, weird.
With this motherfucker? Nope. Nope. Not with phones. With computers, I love it. With phones,
excuse me. That phone is a computer. Look,
yeah, it is, but it ain't the same thing. It ain't the same thing, my guy.
But now, it's not the same thing, but it does a lot of the same things. And now,
absolutely.
At least now, you get to feel a small fraction of my pain.
Nigga, you about to need a new phone.
That's true. And I hate that too. But I know Eddie doesn't feel my pain. How could he? He comes from Miami-Dade. He lived in a big old house. They had money like that on the yacht every goddamn morning. But you at least get to feel my pain. Or switch over that phone.
Human. Yes, that was a slur. I'm sorry.
That was a slur.
I'm sorry for all the children listening.
That was clearly a slur right there.
Yo, this thing is amazing. Like, there's a couple things that I wanted to do simply because I had never done it. Partially avoiding the poor text, but again, simply because I had never done it. Like I said, I never had an official, case from them, the built for the shit.
Right.
I always used to get third-party shit because
you want to be difficult.
Well, here's the thing. Oftentimes, when you care to do the research, the OEM shit be way more expensive than it needs to be.
I am certain that's true because I know about markups and I know how much they can mark something up for how much it actually costs to make. But and maybe this is just my experience with gaming. Typically, third-party controllers are trash, and
I'll give you that.
That's why.
But when I tend
to reference
this is the difference. This is the difference. Third party depends on how technical you're being with the term third party, right?
That's true.
Because
that's true.
My Xbox controller is, from some people's definition, a third party controller to my PC.
Right. Oh, facts.
So, but the Xbox controller is probably the best controller for a PC.
It works better than the ones that they claim. These are PC gaming controllers.
Right.
Yeah, because I use the Xbox controller too. And I've never owned an Xbox.
Right.
I literally went and bought an Xbox controller. And
it just works so well with the computer.
Well, Microsoft. But
yeah, absolutely.
This is an old one.
Yeah, don't matter.
It
just works.
Yeah.
It just works.
Yeah.
But so with this, listen, the case was expensive, but it wasn't. I would have never. There was a $40 option, a $20 option, a $40 option, and an $80 option.
Right.
I would never have spent the money on the $40 option or the $20 option.
Word.
Because there are comparable options from third parties that offer the same exact functionality as those two options.
Right.
The reason I spent the money on this one is because, again, the S Pen. But it has a holder for the S Pen. The thing is, with the phone, it's compatible with the S Pen, but it doesn't have any ways to put it because it doesn't come with a fucking S Pen. So you would have to keep up with your phone and keep up with this S Pen, which is large in comparison to a stylus, but it's a small piece of machinery.
Right.
So keeping up with that shit is like annoying as fuck. So now that I have somewhere to actually put it, I'm like, all right, cool. I can work with this. This works. And it has this little thing, the little slot, and you can't really see. Hold up. I hit the wrong button. There you go. You see the little status updates and whatnot. I don't gotta open it. I mean, you see it.
You see it.
Yeah, so again, that was yesterday. I didn't really get time to like dig into the phone yet. I haven't even tested the camera because I could have, but I was fucking around with those human beings that I call friends.
Those umans.
Yeah, and the motley crew of human beings. But anyway, I'm happy, kind of. It was a bittersweet thing.
I feel you.
Because I really didn't want this phone. Not that I said that wrong. The phone that I actually wanted was a different phone that is not out yet. I had no thoughts on this phone. Right. But once I got to the store and looked at the specs and looked at all that, I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Right.
I can absolutely do this. But yeah, I think that's everything. That's probably not everything. But oh no, that's not everything. Oh my God. Yo. Shout out to Gets. Gets made a post. I don't even know if I still have it. Gets made a post on Facebook sometime last week. And it was something. Let me see. I got it. I still got it. We gotta touch this. I was going to skip it, but we absolutely have to address this.
I think I may know which post you're talking about, but
I'm fairly certain you know the post I'm talking about, but I don't know if you like went. I don't think you went in.
Nah, I watched other people doing it, and sometimes self-care is self-care. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if I had time to do other shit, but not time to really go, because people are so fucking stupid.
Well, here's the thing. We just recently spoke about on the show how I hadn't gotten into. I got it. I hadn't gotten to any issues with anybody on my new Facebook. I hadn't had one debate on my new Facebook.
Right.
And I came across this post. And again, shout out to Gats. He shared somebody's tweet. And the tweet says, I wish people feared their sons being pedophiles, rapists, or being abusive as much as they fear them being gay.
No, they more fear their daughters being loose.
Yeah, that too.
Fast.
Right.
Then they fear their sons being that. Yeah.
So Gas caption, dead ass, y'all morals out of whack.
Like facts. A motherfucker. Like a motherfucker.
So here comes this He-Man woman hater.
Never fails.
Most pedophiles and rapists are gay. This is why we as men don't like it. Majority of the LGBT is a result of molestation and rape.
Yo, when I saw that comment, I said to myself, first of all, what era did he drag himself out of with them old ass dime store arguments and reasoning?
I said, yo, this is
we know life? So much more now. And it's like, yo, what the that's like a motherfucker sitting there arguing with you that the world is flat. It's like, come on, nigga, we know so much more now. Like
I felt an old feeling come back over me that I had not long felt.
The hyena. You felt the call of the hyena.
I heard cackling.
Yeah.
behind me, and I was like, you know what?
You heard somebody
Chill
go,
out.
Mufasa. Ooh.
Nah, I was like, you know what? Chill out. I don't know, dude. Never seen him before.
I've seen him post, but I don't know him. I've seen him post on Gat stuff before, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, this Gats post. I ain't gonna start no shit on Gats post.
Yeah.
And I still didn't start no shit on Gats post.
Right.
But by the time I had seen it, there had already been some people replying.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, bet. So I'm looking through and just, putting a laughing emoji on every single one of his dumbass comments.
So stupid.
So I left it alone after that. I'd gone through, put my laughing emojis and dipped out. Ain't said a word. Adequate's trouble starting as
shit.
my almost namesake. He comes on this bitch and I think he tagged me.
He did. I'm saying it now. I missed all this whole exchange. I didn't even go back. I missed all of this.
He came in and he says, "Oh, buddy was serious. Y'all already dragged him, so applause." And then I'm like, all right, cool. I see that.
He went, no, they didn't.
And I said to him, I'm like, yo, I stayed in spectator role for this one. They handled everything well.
Right.
And then this motherfucker, the original dude, decides to tag me and say, no, they didn't. No one addressed the topic but me. They all sound butthurt off of a true statement. Google it. It's on the LGBT website. Anybody with half a brain that's listening to this, that understands, that is enlightened enough to understand the whole persecution and hate and underprivileged people, marginalized people. And notice I'm saying people. I'm not just talking about LGBT people. Of any ilk, of any situation where you happen to be the underdog in that situation.
You happen to live in a society where you are part of a group that is
ostracized,
historical underdog. Yeah, historical
underdog.
Right.
If you understand those dynamics, then you understand that there is no way, there's zero chance that any official website that has anything to do with one of these groups is going to agree with a sentiment like he just said.
No.
So this was one of the rare instances that I'm afforded where I could be like a lot of you. And when I say you, I'm not talking about our everyday listeners. I'm talking about the people we fuss about.
Right.
I had the rare opportunity to feel good about being like one of you. I can make a definitive claim without actually checking the source.
Right.
I could say to him, I have no idea. I said, does it say the word most? And regardless of what the specific wording of the statement is, the context is important. Their statement that the individuals are being assaulted because they are LGBT. Your statement implies that they are LGBT because they were assaulted.
Right.
There's no way.
There's no correlation.
No way. There is zero chance that any official website that is associated with them is going to say that this is something that's widely caused by rape and molestation. Because what are the connotations there? Is that this is a disease.
Right.
This is something that's not right.
This is a mental disease, which they used to have in the psychological handbook.
They used to.
And they took them out. They took it out.
So here he comes all big and bad. He just know he got me. He posts a screenshot. He kept the files.
Nah, but
he posted the screenshot.
Even I gotta say, even with the screenshot he posted, it's horse shit. It's horse shit because it's not saying what he said.
It
also,
close to what he said.
There's not a link. There's just a screenshot there.
And here's the thing: this literally could have come from anywhere.
Yes,
you are right. There is no link.
So that's horse shit.
But I didn't even go that far because it wasn't even necessary. I'm like, what his screenshot says is 44%
didn't say what he said,
and 61% of bisexual women experience rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner. compared to 35% of straight women. 26% of gay men and 37% of bisexual men experience rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner, compared to 29% of straight men.
First of all, what does that show you about him? He don't understand how numbers work, and he can barely read
words. Yeah,
whatever. Like, man,
his statement, for anyone that's forgotten, was that most LGBT people are that way because they were rape or molestation.
Yeah.
This statement that he's sharing specifically says that these cases that they're talking about are from intimate partners, which means they were already in the LGBT community.
Yes.
So this is not causation.
As a matter of fact, one might even be able to argue that you pulled those numbers out of your ass in regards to making the point you have failed to make.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with anything that you just said. And this the part that bothers me. The arrogant ignorance. Look, y'all. Look. All of us are ignorant about certain things.
Absolutely.
All of us are. My issue is the arrogant ignorance, the type of person that doesn't know dick about what they're talking about.
You know you're right, though.
But you can't, and they got the hearty little tone with the see, it's about facts. Nigga.
Yeah. He says to imply straight men would want a rapist son before a gay son is absurd. Number one, that was not the implication.
No.
That was his inference.
Again, the same way he inferred. And mind you, the same brain that picked that screenshot to put on there is the same brain that
He says, I simply stated that rape culture is more prevalent in the gay community. Again,
that's not true either. But
give me the numbers.
He don't have them.
I know. And he says, because I don't know a father that wouldn't want a great human as a child, but most men don't want a gay son.
You're missing
the point. May overlook other bad qualities, but a rapist son, I'd kill him myself.
Again, yo, it's so many batshit crazy things in what he just said there. You said I'd kill him myself. So you basically juxtapose this most men shit to you.
Yeah.
What you say. Secondly, that's not what the reality of the situation is. There are plenty of people, guys out here, that will defend doing some stuff that is classified as rape.
That's what I was about to. If he would have kept engaging, I would have went there, but he didn't. I said, that's just how you took the original statement.
Yeah.
I see how you could infer that, but you focus way too much on pedophile versus gay.